What's good? Lucky Lefty Podcast, Honora Boys in the building. We're brought to you by Honora Whiskey, honorawhiskey.com. It is that premium American whiskey, honorawhiskey.com. And let me tell you something. If you're going to drink, you might as well grab your Honora, a nice cigar, and make sure that you drink
responsibly.
You got to do it responsibly.
Help me out.
Lucky Lefty Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Helps with the views. Leave your comments, questions. We respond to all. Audio edibles each and every day. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X at Lucky Lefty Pod. And then you want to go over to patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network, the Lucky Legends Podcast. Great stories by former Notre Dame players from their times. Let me tell you something. I got two special guests next week, bro. You're going to like hearing this. Two special guests, because it's usually you, OG Reg, OG Oath, Oscar, and then Jerron Jones.
We got to get our boy Ken Gibbs, too, now. He been running.
Oh, you want to bring him? He running?
Ken Gibbs been running. Now, he been fighting battles.
Wait. Hold on. Let me text him.
Ken Gibbs been getting in battles on his own.
Oh, man, we got to talk to him about the Tennessee battle with fans. Woo, he been going at it with Tennessee fans, bro.
Hey, he out there fighting for his life on Twitter.
He called him bees. He got
to stop by here first. He got to stop by here because he got some questions to answer, some things to own up to. Because, I mean, what? He was the biggest. Oh, man, you would have thought he was trying to sell water to a well when it came to Riley Leonard. So now we need him to come back with his tail non-tucked and talk about this. He got to meet us.
Oh, man.
Got to meet us here.
Oh, man. As always, we are the home.
Oh, and we got to get on about Grayson McCall. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff to get on.
Oh, man.
Them DBs.
Them
DBs.
Home of the misguided passion, but we're forever committed to making sure that we spin it different. So we're going to try to get Ken Gibbs on the end of this show. I'm in my producer bag right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to try to put him on the end of this
Just
show.
5 minutes.
Add to it a little bit of extra Threes Company coming to you right here. Lucky Podcast. So he said he's watching right now. He said
he got to come meet the Piper. Pi got to meet the Piper right now.
He said y'all on my top right now, bro.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that cat KG, boys. I'm about to send him the link right. KG,
it's too early in the season. He going through it. How you fighting
early? Give us an hour. Give us an hour. I'll go to Purdue. Then jump on in, bro. Because that cat left said you need to stop running. You need to stop running.
Stop running. Nah, you let them Tennessee fans get on you. I gotta get on you too, right here.
GTB questions, put them in the chat. Super stickers, put them in the chat. We get to them immediately. Immediately, man. You guys have been great thus far this season, man. You guys have made it bearable. I'm gonna keep it fun.
Yeah.
The fans have made it bearable.
You made us coming back. They got us coming back.
Yo, you guys have made this week bearable. And I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm ready to watch a football game. I'm going out to watch Mikael Blade and Chris Burgess Jr. on Friday night. I'm gonna go watch them on Friday night and then check Notre Dame out. I think Mikael Blade is going to be going actually to the game Saturday. I haven't confirmed Burgess Jr., but I know Mikael Blade is going up there for a visit on Purdue's dime, and for Purdue as a visitor, and he'll get to watch the Fighting Irish as well. So, Left, you ready to jump in the coordinators, bro?
Let's get into these
How
coordinators.
you feeling, dog? You okay?
No, I'm not.
Y'all, bro, let me tell you something. Ladies and gentlemen, it's one thing as a fan to get hit hard this last week. These former players are taking it hard, bro.
Yeah.
Ladies and gents, I'm trying to tell you, the former players are taking it hard.
I mean, it's reaching
Very
decades.
hard.
It's reaching
Man.
decades. And a lot of it is like because first of all, they're not stopping to talk about it. They're talking about it every day. You got Thomas Hammock looking like a celebrity out here. He's doing interviews, he's doing sit-down podcasts, he's answering all the more attention they've ever had. And I mean, you know, I love people that love to talk about Notre Dame's not relevant. We are making guys superstars. Superstar. He might be up for coach of the year. Seriously. Let them be over 500. He's going for coach of the year for one game. I mean, you know, Notre Dame is the pendulum swinging team of college football. Even when we lose, we the hottest thing to talk about. So what do you do with that?
Oh, man. GTB question before we get to Al Golden and Mike Denbrock, Garland Doxy. When you dropping more ONORA in the South Bend area, bro?
I actually got called about that after this. So yes, we coming back to you, dropping the payloads out. You know, we got to get the fans what they want, man.
Getting your Bucky Thompson on.
That's right. What I mean? That's right.
A little Boardwalk Empire. Hey, that was one of my favorite. I'm gonna be honest, one of my favorite HBO shows.
For real?
Boardwalk Empire was fire. I started binge watching The Sopranos again this week.
Okay, so you got some time to take. What happened to the golf game?
What do you mean?
Oh, you still
What you mean?
He's still
Me and nephew teed off at 8 o'clock this morning. What you mean?
No, I'm talking about the game. The game.
What do you mean? The video game?
Yeah.
I still play it. I thought you were talking about my real golf game. I'm like, man, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
I gotta check out Boardwalk
to die. Are we the college version of the Browns? Thoughts? Thank you, Coleman Smith, for that today. Hey.
I'm sticking with the Cowboys. I think we're more cleaned up and brand worthy of a Cowboys comparison than a Browns comparison. We're a little grittier. Mm-hmm. They don't have too many bright spots on the business side of things that they do. You know, they super cheap over there too. So
wait a minute. You talking about your Ohio Cats?
Cincinnati's the super cheap and the Browns are right behind them. You talking about two cheapest teams out here.
No, they will not pay Chase, bro.
No. Why? Why would we do that? Cincinnati is not looking to retain superstars unless you want to play for that minimum. We Cincinnati. We try to catch lightning in a bottle. Get you a Joe Burrow as a rookie. Get you a Jamar Chase as a rookie and see if we can win right there. Because guess what? Everybody gonna come to Cincinnati games regardless. They gonna come.
You say so.
We are the cheapest. Seriously, we're the cheapest. Like, you can't even get cheaper than us.
So I got Ken Gibbs coming up in about 45 minutes. I got it set up, left. 45 minutes. I'm throwing you the oop, baby.
Hey,
throwing you the oop.
To us the oop. I'm just trying to dunk it.
Al Golden met with the media on yesterday, and he was asked about what went wrong against Northern Illinois.
Surprised us. We didn't execute well enough to win. We didn't tackle well enough to win. We weren't efficient enough on first down. I need to give the guys a better plan, and we need to execute better. So it's pretty simple. Again, for us, whatever it means to play, outplay the other team's defense, that's what we have to do. And we needed to, prevent one of those long plays or take another score off the board in some way.
Preparation going into. Do you feel like the preparation going into NIU was the same as it was going into A&M, and if it wasn't, I guess, what was the one category that you felt like was so physical?
Thought the preparation was good. We just didn't play well enough to win the game. It's as simple as that. And again, there's a lot of different things that you have to fix and fix quickly. At the end of the day, we needed one more stop to give our chance, or give our team a chance to win the game, and we didn't do that.
Left, go ahead. I already know where you're going. Go ahead.
I think it's a little awkward for him because he said we didn't do enough. I mean, if 16 isn't enough, I mean, because
as a coach, I understand his expectations. He's upset, especially after watching the film. He sees what we
he sees things that, but from a scoreboard perspective, I mean, damn. I mean, you can't even find too many teams getting held to 16 anywhere else in college football. Or usually the ones that are on the other side of the scoreboard are getting 50, 40, you know, the Georgias and the Bamas and stuff. But I mean, it's hard to excuse the loss. But from if we just was being selfish on what side contributed more, if you hold a team to 16 points, I mean, damn, yeah, you can get picky about a couple tackles missed, and you should be pissed about 200 yards on the ground, but points is points. And he's talking about field goals. Some of them, like, what, 6 of the points was field goals. They got a touchdown. Like, so it's hard to – I understand that Algo wants – I mean, because you damn near talking about being perfect now. Because, yeah, I mean, it was just – we were right there on the throws. It was catch tackle.
Well, their biggest issue, if they were just better situationally on Saturday, third downs, right? If they were just better on third downs, Northern might not even get a touchdown.
But I still think that comes from just the emotions of the game, the momentum and how it swung, and the defense in a different state of mind. When you looking up at the scoreboard, you're like, we're doing our job, but we end up being on the field for longer than we need to. We get mental lapses and mental errors because you're worried about the other side of the ball. Because you're looking at the clock and you're like, okay, if we get this stop, they should be all right. And then we get this stop, they should be all right. Okay. If we get this stop, they should be all right. Now you're in a position where the other team got some momentum offensively. So the things that you were stopping before, they just bleeding you a little bit more. By the end of the game, I think NIU just had the mental fortitude over us. They walked us down to the field goal. And it's crazy because once that interception happened, I feel
they
like
converted a 3rd and 12 left. See, it's those small things you can say
but
that.
At that time in the game,
Marcus Freeman gets the penalty, moves them back, and you allow them to convert 3rd and long. That left, you know, I understand why he's upset.
Right.
From a media fan standpoint, I agree. 16 points should be an automatic win in Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Off the rip. I totally agree with you, Lef. But from a coaching standpoint, I understand why he's looking at it saying, dude, that's unacceptable. If he's looking at the defensive line play, he's definitely saying that's unacceptable. 120 yards on the ground with their best player on the sideline for the entire 4th quarter, that's unacceptable.
But the evaluation of the defense and where Al Golden is at a different level of critique than where the offense is at a level of critique. You painting big, broad strokes with offense on things that need to be, you know, in red. You know, you turn your paper into your teacher, English teacher. She marked that thing up with red. That's a bunch of red on that offensive sheet. Whole thing red. Big highlighters, Sharpies, italicized, all type. Defense is like, it's minuscule. It's like, okay, you missed a period here. There's a run-on sentence. You need a different comma right here. But those are the things that we're already rewritten the draft 6-7 times. Now you just making it, you know, adding a different adjective or making it sound a little better with a couple different word changes, like paragraph switches. But with offense, we are in rough draft mode. We rough draft mode. We like, nah, I don't even want none of this. Throw this whole thing away. Start over. I want you to take this whole half off, restart the half. Let's get back to the thesis. Let's get back to the MLA format. We ain't even MLA format the right way on offense. So there's different levels to assessing what needs to be done for the next game. I just think defenses is way more particular, probably less impactful on a week-to-week basis where we can make a huge leap offensively from these first 2 weeks to the 3rd week. if we get 35, 40 points this week, that's a huge leap. I mean, how many more points can you keep away from another team if it's not 16? If we talking about pitching shutouts, I mean, if that's where we can get to defensively, then I understand Al Golden and his frustration. Like, man, we should have pitched a shutout. Now against the NIU team, we should have. 16 may be a lot in Al Golden's mind for a top 10 defense in 2 back-to-back years. For who they are. Like, I think Al Golden's like, this is NIU.
So we want to say what's up to our big bro. Our big bro Carl Reed is watching us. Coach Carl Reed. Shout out to you, Coach. You're doing your thing, bro. I see
man.
You're doing your thing.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Absolutely. Congratulations on all your success. Man, that dude is one of the best in the biz when it comes to breaking college football.
Oh, yeah. NIL, recruiting, advice for parents.
Advice for parents, everything, man. Go check him out, Coach Carl Reed. Coach Reed Live, I believe.
Yeah, Coach Reed. He is live.
Coach Reed Live.
He is live.
Man, thank you. He told me to let you know to calm down, bro. It's a long season.
Of course, it's a long season, but things like this happening early in the season don't spell great for what's going to come down the pipe, because now it's wide open. If it's NIU today, is it Florida State and DJ Uiagalelei later?
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, like you said, the difference between people that are great and people that are good. In order to be great, like you said yesterday, bro, you got to do it again and again and again.
People don't want to be asked to do it again. They'll do it one time, be like, see?
Right.
That's not greatness. That's being good. Being great, I can do it again. I can repeat.
Right.
And if we getting coaches calling our coach.
Hey, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Here are the positives.
That's why it's a long season, Carl.
Al Golden, what were the positives from Saturday?
Right. I mean, you learn. If you don't create value from a loss, you don't learn and you don't move forward. Right. So, Jaden Osbury, I thought he played really well. Boubacar is getting better. There's so many different personnel that played well, played hard, did a lot of good things. So we can't just dismiss everything. We got to fix the things that we did wrong, own it, starting with me, and I take full responsibility for the execution and our faults in the game, and we need to fix those moving forward, because the season's relentless. It doesn't wait for anybody. We have to fix and get ready for the next opponent, which is going to be a quality opponent in Purdue.
I actually like what Al Golden said right there, Left. I do. You know why? Accountability, no excuses, no fluff.
It wasn't fluff. He said it's on me. We'll get better.
You know exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about stopping the run, third down situational football, right? And not getting out leveraged and eye discipline. You know what he's talking about. We all saw. They only gave up 16 points, but we all saw multiple areas that they did not play to their level of expectation on defense. So that lets you know how good the defense is. They really didn't play well or up to their expectations, and they still held Northern Illinois, a team that exploded offensively, even though they were playing Western Illinois. They still held them to 16 points.
Yeah, and that 16 they probably won't be held to for the rest of the season. Conversely, as much as they felt like they didn't need luck, 16 points, they'll probably score more than that in majority of the games after this one. So, the defensive performance for this game will stand the test of time towards the end of the season. Because, if they're doing that versus us, I know they should do that versus some other MAC school teams. So, by the time we look at it, this still might be their toughest game they won. So,
the top of the MAC is going to be tough. I mean, comparatively within the conference. It's going to be some nice battles.
To play the conference champions.
I mean, heck, we got Frank Martin coming up.
And he just won the conference last year.
Right before Louisville. Like, you got Frank Martin and then Louisville. So, this schedule, which originally was thought to be soft.
I mean, it still can be considered soft. They caught us with our pants down, but I do like, conversally, from what defenses, offenses
with our pants down, they paddled us. we were online. We crossed the burning sands on Saturday, bro.
I mean, but giving up 16, you're not getting spanked. You're not. You're just
bro. No. In the trenches, they got spanked.
Oh, in the trenches.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, some steel shots out there, dude, where the line of scrimmage is the 35 and the entire D line is on the 40.
One of these, yeah, you know. So yeah, but that's what something we talked about as a concern going into the season about the production of the D line, not having a superstar, quote unquote, or having that.
Talk about that a little bit, Left. See that right there. We talk about the quarterback situation, but something that you, once again, something you have been harping on. Like, we have to answer the D tackle situation.
Oh, man.
We have to answer it, bro.
That's not being answered. That's a prime example of where that 350 D tackle comes in. By the side. It's interesting. We don't have a problem adding size on the O-line. We probably got the biggest O-line in the country in terms of just pure size with, you know, Jackensaw being healthy.
Jackensaw was healthy.
Jackensaw being healthy and all. Yeah. That's size.
Yeah.
It's hard. We're getting skinnier and calves are getting thinner on the D-line. And I swear Kurt Heinrich's been playing for 20 years.
Donovan.
Oh, okay. Oh, his brother?
Hurts in the NFL.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that Heinrich thing just keeps popping up for me. I'm like, but yeah, I really do think that's a prime example of why
I'm tired of man, they play hard. Man, they play hard. I'm like, dude,
hard is not successful. You know, the other team play shit, the O-line and NIU was playing hard.
Yes. D-line too.
D-line too. That number 0 with the dreads that threw Riley down like it was nothing. Like, yeah, they were playing hard. But it still comes back to why you need a superstar, because when all that's being said, that superstar D lineman is gonna make that play, gonna make it tough, gonna come through for you when you need it. You look at all the best teams that had successful runs. You got D linemen that you're identifying as top players in what they're doing. I mean, think about Cam Newton's team. No superstars except Cam. But the one other, side superstar they had was Nick Fairley, a D tackle. And they went all the way. So even with a D tackle has the weight of what a superstar offensive player can have because of the impact in the game. A 350, 300-pound superstar nose, superstar 3-tech, or even an end that was dominant, that we, talk about RJ not playing as well as we expected. Those are the impact players that other players feed off of. This is the Justin Scott philosophy. We looking around like, okay, who's going to start it? Who's going to kick it off? Who's going to be the problem that the offense has to adjust to on the defensive line so that we can start freeing up? Where's Jason Anya at? Where's the Howard Cross dominance, the Riley Mills dominance, the Jordan Patello dominance, right? Guys that we're dependent on to be the catalyst. We have no catalyst on the D-line. Our catalyst is behind the D-line is the linebackers. I saw screen poppers with a Drake Bowen and Jaden Osbury. That was the first two people Al Golden was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not even the front line. So that shows you he's trying to be like, maybe that's him subliminally thinking about where we're losing that impact. He has to start with the linebackers when he starts talking about the positive of the defense. He ain't even say nothing about the D-line. And we only gave up 16, but he's still like, yeah, I've seen too much D-line presence not being present. And that's something that I talked about in the beginning. What are we going to do with that? Yeah, we got a bunch of guys, but who is the guy? Who is the dude? We don't got a Fauski. Riley Mills was playing off of the guys previous to him.
No Sheldon Day, no Tuitt.
No Irish Chocolate, no God, no shit. Even Jonathan Bonner and Khalil Kareem. Jonathan Bonner was an impact in certain ways.
Hey, Big Jerron in 2014 before he got hurt.
Jerry Tillery. When's the last time you got a Jerry in there? 6'7" D tackle, freshman. So it is interesting to see how good of the defense we have, yet we still have major issues in terms of impact in places that for a good defense you would expect to have. a top 10 defense, you would automatically assume somebody on that D-line getting right. But we just happen to have a super strong back end with great coaching, with years of the same defense being foundational and installed. That's how you get top 10. We're not top 10 like a Georgia where they got these super freaks on the D-line that's just like making it tough all day. All day. Yes, Kirby can coach, but sometimes they got players that's just like, man, he's just going to blow your shit up.
Like, hey, I'm beating you. I'm flat out beating you.
Yeah, it's just you lost this rep. Who's a player on the D-line where you lost a rep with? All those guys are fighting hard every play. Stalemate. You know, you're going to go against units and offensive line units that are more experienced, that are better than NIU.
That's crazy. Like literally in 2 games, I don't know if we literally looked at Scorden like, yo, he is, man, boy. Anthony Knapp is struggling, boy. That cat scored this. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, they're making it hard on my brother. They're
making it hard
on the youngster. I can't. No one in 2 games on the defensive line can be viewed as, yo, they're giving the offensive line living hell. No,
you don't
no
even
one.
get that. You don't even get that from them. You get good defense, good stop, way to get a little bit of pressure. But NIU is just chilling. Everything they wanted to do, they did it. The quarterback had no dirt on his jersey. He wasn't out there frantic. He looked calm, cool, and collected the whole day. And if your quarterback is calm, cool, and collected the whole day, and it's just going to be tough for you to win games because he's in college and got a scholarship too. And if you're not getting pressure, I'm telling you, anybody in high school, in college, at quarterback, if you're not getting no pressure, no rush, no sacks, it's field day. It's a field day. So until we address, I mean, obviously we're not going to address size right now, but somebody's got to step up. And I said it in the spring. We never got it done in the spring. And now it's becoming apparent in the fall.
Lefty podcast. We're talking about the coordinators and what they had to say to the press that was assembled at South Bend yesterday. Al Golden then went on to talk about Purdue, preparations, what he thinks about them. Let's take a listen, Lef.
Again, I did think we were good there, but, you know, the 2 explosive plays were very uncharacteristic of us, and we've got to get that fixed. One resulted in a touchdown, one got him down there. Just really, really long pass plays, and that has not happened for us. In terms of the red, that's a challenge every week. Purdue's red zone scheme is different than NIU's, and NIU's was different than A&M. So, for instance, Purdue, you know, the 2 big tight ends in the low red, you know, we have to have an answer for that. Maccabee, 45, the tailback, you know, a Card running the ball, the quarterback. So, and then obviously they like 7 as a longer wide receiver. So there's a bunch of different challenges. So each week provides different challenges, and we gotta match those.
A little coach speak. Obviously, every team's gonna look different because they're running different things. I think his more concern is how do we adjust from week to week? How do you put this behind you? How do you reinstall a defensive mindset against a team that's not going to look the same as the week before? And how are you going to execute and make it look different? And I think this is a great challenge that's presented to our defense, but I'm not worried about our defense. I think preparation-wise, defense is always, for us, has always just going to be a staple. It's a constant. Like the offensive line. The offensive line is only going to continue to get better as the more experience that they have. Defense is in that same line. And so that's why it's good that you better catch our defense now. Because if Al Golden talking about he need to fix all this and we only giving up 16, I can only imagine when we fix it, what we giving up. If we fix whatever he's really talking about, 16, that may be the highest of the year.
Yeah, Brian Hatton, thank you for the GTB question. How do you get dogs to come to South Bend? And when was the last time we had a dog at every position?
I mean, I don't think you get
You know the crazy thing? You know the crazy thing, Brian?
That team, we had it.
They have 7 dogs on the back end right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We're talking about that.
And that's including
The
backups.
young linebackers and the secondary, the current secondary, dogs.
And we seen it.
But at the key positions, here we go. I think I'm gonna be honest, man. The young O-line, you can already tell they fight. I think Knapp's gonna end up being good. Sam Pendleton is definitely, as he gets better and gets more reps. Billy Shrout has gotten better. Ashton Craig, dude.
That's what I'm saying. The O-line,
the O-line's gonna be dog. Our running backs are dogs. Without question, Jeremiah and Jadarian are
and the
dogs.
fact that they didn't get the ball more is crazy. It's crazy.
Absolutely. So when you think about that, we have dogs. We just don't have dogs at the key positions.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a dog at quarterback. We don't have a dog along that D line, D tackle, or coming off the edge. We just don't. Boubacar is bubbling.
But he's
but he's a pup. He's a young pup.
That's why Al Golden said he's getting better. I mean, he's just getting more experience.
Now he could be that Foskey.
He could. He definitely could. And I think that's why Al Golden mentioned him. Al Golden has mentioned guys that are screen poppers. In the same screen poppers.
No vets. All sophomores.
Max Bullock told you about them vets.
He put Jack Kaiser on notice, dude. Like,
hey, Max Bullock said, "Yeah, we appreciate that old guard that was in here, but that young blood is what's keeping this room going." And he said those guys they came in and knew what they was doing, and now they on to great pastures. And we love Jack, but these young guys, they got to play, and they're gonna fly around with worse intentions than a guy that's got so much experience. Jack got so much. He's been there. He's done everything you've asked him. He's very knowledgeable and savvy. But with a defensive room in that linebacker room, that what we got right now, it's not savvy that's winning. That's not getting it done. Savvy's just not getting it done. We need hair on fire, flying around, tackling machines. And that's what Bullock's personality is. And it trickles down to his young lions. So it's not that Bullock doesn't appreciate a Jack Kaiser. It's just like, man, it's a different group right now.
It's a different group when you step out of the comfort zone. See, the comfort zone was playing next to Maris and JD.
Being savvy and smart.
Yeah. So
and then you
we all look the same.
And they all work together. This group, they're like, I'm just gonna go get the ball. How about that?
My point is, with that group, you're not gonna see a lot of tackles for loss and not a lot of wild plays.
No.
They're gonna be solid. They're gonna be solid. They're gonna know where to be, do their job. When you see Jay Nosberry tackle for loss,
getting up,
around the edge, Boubacar fighting off the tackle,
knocking dudes out of bounds,
Drake coming in,
sticking,
putting his face making the tackle.
Yeah.
No, you didn't see that. You see now, Kaiser stands out negatively.
We talked about that window of talent that existed before Marcus Freeman recruited. It's your last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it was like, Maris, we love you, but go graduate. Aldrich, estimate we love you, but this talent is not the talent that we're winning with moving forward.
Yeah.
JD Bertrand, we love the fortitude. We love your post game speech after the bowl game that year, but now we got some kids that's in there that's looking to bring stuff to the ground.
Yeah.
And all that communication savvy stuff is great, but that's not what we're looking to win with right now.
Look, I think there's a lot to look forward to. I understand this is a tough week. I understand. It's a tough week to get through. Real tough. But hey, man, I promise you'll feel a little better when they kick the ball off on Saturday around 2:35 Central Time. You'll feel better because you'll be excited that you're watching Notre Dame football again. Let's go to the offensive side, left. I cannot wait to hear you talk about this. Mike Denbrock, what's up with the adjustments?
Listen, there's in-game adjustments that happen all the time, whether that's what the defense is doing, whether that's what we're not doing well, whether they're taking certain things away from us. All those things go into consideration, and I wouldn't say that was a main consideration of what may have changed in some people's perception of play calling in the second half.
2nd and 1 late in the game, you guys decided to throw the ball downfield. Obviously, it becomes an interception. What went into the decision to throw as opposed to just trying to run to get the first down?
Score some points and win the game. I mean, that's, could have been a better football call in those situations, maybe, right? I mean, hindsight's 20/20. If we'd have scored on that play, then we'd have probably been really happy about the result of the game. Unfortunately, we didn't get it done. I didn't get it done, and we'll clean those things up as we go through this week's practice.
Well, to explain the 2nd and 1 call in the middle of the field, I'm taking a shot too. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming on 2nd and 1 they're gonna give me more of a defensive box fit. They're gonna think we're gonna run the ball. I'm gonna take a shot. That'd be my way of like getting off a free one-on-one shot, because it's 2nd and 1. They're thinking, oh, they're just trying to get the first down. That's when you catch them by surprise. I thought it was a great call because you're in the middle of the field. What is there to lose? Because guess what? It's going to be 3rd and 1 if you don't get it. Now, the outcome happened where you get a pick, because then it raises the questions, what are you doing? But in reality, you in the middle of the field, it's 2nd and 1. That's your chance that you can take a shot. Take one. All else fails, you get a 3rd and 1, get the first down, move on. But you're more likely to catch the defense off balance in that particular call. 2nd and 1, middle of the field, I'm gonna try to hit you over the head. So I really do like the call. And to Denbrock's point, it was a score of points. Hell, we don't have to go all the way down the field. We can get it right here. They probably expected Riley to run, but hey, we're going to take this Chris Mitchell 50-yard throw, open up the game a little bit more, get it excited, go up. Because all we had to do is score one touchdown to be up, and we would have won the game. So that's what Denbrock is saying. He's like, yeah, I was trying to score points, and hell, we completed it. We probably be talking different. And I believe that. So, it's one of those things it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like I tell my quarterbacks, if you make the wrong read but complete the play, good play. But if you don't complete it, I'm gonna cuss you out. Because you making up stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things.
Yeah, I see somebody said that the running back from NIU burnt Drake Bowen. No, he didn't. The 92 touchdown, that was KBA. That got burned.
They kept going back to, by the way,
Right.
in case you.
And then on the other one on the wheel route, Drake was taking. They were bringing the jet motion. Drake goes to take the jet motion and sees the running back getting ready to pop open, and he comes off his man to try and cover KBA's man.
Where KBA's not around.
KBA was not. It's like, yo,
Drake Bowen on
Drake, go watch the play. The jet motion comes. Drake starts to go with the motion because that's his man. That's his responsibility. But he notices, yo, KBA is still in the same spot. The running back is running past both of us. He tries to turn around and run with the running back. So Drake did his job. He did his job and pass cut. He did his job. That's your freshman. That's your, once again, what did I say all off season? KBA should start. He should start. He's not due. They picked on him. They literally identified him and picked on
Went
him.
his way. Like, it wasn't even no secret.
Picked on him with their best player. And that's cool. That's cool because he has to learn. But that's what I'm saying. He can't
Remember JD Bertrand was getting picked on by Toledo's running back?
He got picked on in the bowl game against Oklahoma State.
Yep. They'd be like, oh, okay, we're gonna go empty him out, give that 1-1.
Yes.
So but JD, what happened? The next year, it wasn't happening like that for him. He got that exposure.
Yeah.
Bounce back the next year, you didn't see so much of that.
Yeah.
And that's just, thank goodness it's early for a KVA who's a freshman. Because by sophomore, junior, senior year, okay, now we're not seeing that. Now they can't go over there. That's why I say you gotta get us when we early. KVA by the end of the season, you probably won't be able to get that.
And that's the thing about the motion, right? Most of the time, the motion, unless if this is my man, this is going to be my man no matter what if I'm playing inside linebacker. It's the linebacker that's to the field or to the boundary that has to take the responsibility on the jet and set him and the defensive end. They have to work together to, man, here's the leverage. We're forcing you back inside. And so to see them not communicate, right? That was the thing. Because if you watch the play, I will say this. There was no communication between KVA and Drake. None.
It was
like right. When you see that, you should be screaming until you have practiced it enough to where you trust each other. Like, oh, I know my boy sees that. I'm not even worried about that.
Drake's just covering for him.
He tried to cover for him. He was aware enough to see, like, oh, snap.
But next time, hey. And that's what these young linebackers are. They're doers. They haven't progressed to the communication stage yet. They're doers. When they see that football fly, they're going to run to it.
Man, if you had some dogs in front of these linebackers, ladies and gents.
Because I can't name one. Could you consider Riley Mills a dog, or is Riley Mills a veteran player?
Man, that cat Ryan Roberts, if he heard you say that.
No, for real. Is he a dog?
Ryan is a really nice dude. If he heard you say that dog and that name in the same sentence.
He thinks he is? He thinks he is one?
No.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is he a dog or is he a veteran player? I think he's just a veteran player.
Not at all. So that is, one of those things where, we have these young guys. Once again, everybody jumped on our necks when we said, yo, my mans and them said, who we playing with? What you mean? We got the PFF top 2 defensive tackles in the country. Like, okay.
That's why we didn't believe Marcus Freeman when he said, hey, I got the 5 stats right here why we lost the game. Like, come on.
Oh, man, wait a minute, love. Wait a minute.
So
it's so funny, bro.
It's so funny.
It's so funny. I have to play.
Because he was so serious.
I have to play it. Here you go, left. It was so funny.
Like the film, here's some of the key factors that led to the outcome. Turnover margin, we lost 2-0. Explosive gains, they had 6 for 186 yards. We had 5 for 94. Time of possession, they had 35 plus minutes. We had 24. Rushing yards, they had 190, and we had 123. And then they won the third down battle. And so no matter who your opponent is, if you lose all those key areas, you're not going to win the game. The question in the past 48 hours, the challenge for everybody in our program is to figure out why those things happen. And obviously there's going to be some schematic things that I'm sure I'm asked about that we'll talk through. We got to improve. We have to ensure we're putting our guys in the right positions to do what they do best, but also to be able to execute in the game exactly what we want. But
that's enough.
That's enough.
My man told us to send him to print out the ESPN stat sheet. He's like, man, I'm getting it out here. I need you to print out the ESPN stat sheet.
Yeah, so I can go ahead and fool these people in here. And then he hit you with and if we don't do that versus anybody, no. Don't do that. Don't try to say it's for anybody to know. No.
Oh man.
You gave up unnecessarily too many things to a team you should never give up to. I don't even like that you read it off because it just made the loss sound worse. So come on, Marcus Freeman.
Hey man, that was hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
5 key factors on why we lost the game. Let me read these for you. You the head coach. What you got to read something for? You were there. You were calling the game. What are you talking about? You got to read 5 stats. No, Marcus Freeman. No, not acceptable. Al Golden did not do that. What did Al Golden say? Matter of fact, this is how you look at it. What did Al Golden say? It was my fault. I got to do a better job.
Flat out.
He didn't go to no ESPN stats.
Don't need no stats.
For what? Stats for what? He identified the players. He talked about scheme. He talked about preparation. He did not pull out no numbers. Hell, I don't even think he even knows the numbers now. The brother said we need to do better. What are you talking about? Freeman want to give you stats. That's why I'm like, come on, Freeman. Somebody not writing your scripts right. Who's writing your scripts?
I guess the script wasn't good enough. He was just like, you know what? Give me the stats. It's too late. Give me the stats. I just got to go out here with the stats.
If I read through this, I can't see this. I can't see this.
Go out here with the stats. You know what I mean? Go out here with the stats. And my man came.
And then he said, I have to. And he said,
my man
we have to figure out why.
My man had his iPad, like, yeah. So, yeah, we had the stats, 192 yards for them, 125 for us, 2 turnovers for us.
Straight reading. Straight reading.
6 plays, over 20 yards. We had 4. Yeah, he straight read the stat sheet, bro.
Read the
stat sheet. I thought he was going to go to the play-by-play right on the drives. Like on that last drive, they started out with a 2-yard run. Then it's like, what?
All of that to say what?
I'm sorry, man. It's one of those tough weeks. You have to laugh. You have to find ways to laugh to get through it. And I'm sorry, it's at the expense of Marcus Freeman because we love Coach, man. We really do. But man, I'm sorry. That was one of the funniest moments of the week.
Easily. Then he said, we have to figure out why that happened. You were there the whole time, Marcus Freeman. Preparation. Come on. You got beat by math. I like that, Sly Fox. You got beat by mathematics. not physical play, mathematics. We mathematically lost that game. Not from nothing else.
We got beat by math and tricks.
Tricks.
Math and tricks. Boy, that's how we lost to NIU. Math and tricks.
Math and tricks and trades and all type of nothing football. Math and tricks. Lord Jesus. Oh, that's why nobody else is letting that game go. That's why they still asking because you got these reporters. They got to be like, was it math and tricks, Coach Hammock? That's how you got the win.
No, Al Golden told you. Al Golden told you what it was. Like, hey man, we didn't play good enough. You got to do a better job. I got to do a better job. It's my fault. My fault. Now it's really not his fault that the dogs on the defensive line are kind of. I guess they like the dogs that they say are coming up missing in Ohio. I guess it's the same dog. I guess it's the same dogs because they're missing on the D line.
Just missing. Just where they at?
Man, Mike Denbrock talked about his quarterback, man.
It's something that we have been working on every single day, and it's been a little bit of a little protection issue here. It's been a route depth there. It's been a better decision needing to be made. Maybe a better scheme needed to be designed. It's been a combination of all those things at one time or another. And we've got to get more consistent in all areas across our passing game and get that thing off the ground because it's needed here moving forward for sure.
Coach, what are the conversations with Riley Leonard after a game like that to say this is how you move forward, this is what we need out of you, this is where you improve?
Yeah, go back to work and dig in. Because being the quarterback at Notre Dame is not an easy thing, especially when you don't have success. And for him to stay in a positive frame of mind and go back to work, that's how that kid's wired. I didn't expect anything different, and that's exactly what I saw on the practice field today.
You know how inept he looked? It reminded me of 2013 Jason Hendricks against USC. When Tommy got hurt and Hendricks went in the game.
I know. Yeah, I know you're talking about not Jason, but
Hendricks.
Yeah, it was Hendricks with an X too. I know you're talking about.
That's who Riley Leonard
What is his first name? Andrew Hendricks.
That's who Riley Leonard is. Andrew Hendricks, 2013 USC at home. He couldn't throw a hitch.
Man,
Couldn't
was bad. Woo, that was bad. That might be
That's who Riley Leonard is.
Woo.
Andrew Hendricks.
That game might have been worse than Demetrius Jones against USF.
I'm talking about, I've never seen, I didn't know I was in a college game that day. We couldn't throw a hitch. That's what that game gave me feelings like with Riley Leonard. So, and guess who was there? Denbrock was there that year. So, so it is interesting to see. I'm sorry, I said Jason. I'm sorry, Andrew. You know, it's been a while, man. It's been a while. Plus, Andrew's going on to great things. He's a doctor. He got 2 kids. You know, he kicking ass. So that he probably don't care about that game. He remembers, but he don't care about that game. You know what I mean? So my bad.
You got to get him on the show to talk about it.
Now I got to get him on the show. I'm like, you know, but
it's like my boy Jay Sapp. You know what I mean? Look at Jay Sapp now as a surgeon there in South Bend.
Yeah,
like, dude, that's what Notre Dame does to you, man. It just, you know, you go on to great things and just forget about all the flaws on the field.
All the flaws, yeah. You just put all that behind you.
And, like, yeah, you dropped that pass. I'm a doctor in the millionaire.
I'm a doctor, got an MBA. I'm straight. I don't know what you talking about.
Nobody cares about that.
No, at all. So yes, definitely. That was a tough outing, and it was no different than Riley. So you know, for Denbrock, the best thing you can do is go back to work and continue to understand what the important things are and fixing your mistakes. And if you can do that, I just think that fortunately you have all the best resources around you. It's not like you got a bad offensive coordinator. It's not the plays. You still got all the talent in the world around you, right? It's not like you're at Duke. You're not at Duke. You're not at Duke. So it's possible to bounce back from a bad game. Absolutely. But you're going to have to do it, though. You know what I'm saying? This is not – Denbrock talked about us elevating Riley. Well, Riley needs to elevate us. And that's exactly what needs to happen. He tried to – you know, I love how – you know, I love that our Notre Dame guys are Notre Dame guys. He's going to cape. He said, yeah, it's some blocking. There's some wrong routes ran sometimes. It's not more than what we was doing throwing that football. It just didn't weigh more. Yeah, it could have added into it. Yeah, it could have been a piece. But the biggest chunk was from the quarterback. So obviously that ties to Denbrock. That's his baby. And so, you know, he's going to do enough to keep him in the right fold. But I trust Denbrock. If anything, I trust Denbrock to get it done. I mean, hell, that's what we got him for.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know what? I'm going to hold back on what I was about to say.
You might as well. Shoot.
No, I'm going to hold back. Now, I'm trying to be nice today. We are not Marshall. GTB question. Purdue will stack the box, play press man-to-man. What is Notre Dame's counterpunch to this? Hey, that's the same question for the past 15 years, dude. Dude, every team has stacked the box against Notre Dame for the last decade. It dared Notre Dame to throw the ball over the top. Everybody.
Yeah, it's going to come down to teams are going to be very, very basic on defense with you because if they don't have to get complicated, why would they? They're going to play you probably the most straight up. Any team is going to play you all. See, easy reads, easy looks. They're not going to try to rotate and trick you. And they're like, dude, you can't throw. Right now, you can't throw.
You know what's crazy, Lev? This is what I don't understand. Like, that was a play in the first half where I thought Chris Mitchell should have made the reception. The ball was low, but still, you go down, you catch that. It's a 7-yard gain on the slant. But he was late with the ball.
Timing is important.
So, like, it's very easy to say, man, you should have caught that. It hit your hands. But why? This play is not designed for him to be going down to the ground. This play is designed to hit him in between the DB and the linebacker for him to be gone.
Because he has 4.2 speed.
And get run out the catch.
With 4.2 speed, I'm throwing it early. Hell, what would I ever throw it late for? Because I will never be able to beat him.
This goes back to everyone that wanted to get on Mike Denbrock. He designed the run play that led to Jeremiah Love's touchdown. He designed and called the play that Jaden Greathouse dropped on the slot fade. He designed that 2nd and 1 play that was open for a touchdown that Riley Leonard threw the interception. He designed the Chris Mitchell play that was thrown late that ended up in an incompletion. And then Jaden Greathouse was open on the play as well because he came across the face of the linebacker and just was free. On top of that, he called other plays where people were open. So it's easy to put the blame on the coach when the player, I would much rather be the subpar coach that has a great player that makes me look good. Please make me the subpar coach with the great players. Please, by all means.
Phil Jackson.
By all means.
Phil Jackson.
Dabo.
Oh, that.
The talent went down. Dabo's a good coach. He's an elite coach.
Man, it's so many funny things they talk about Dabo's team with. Dabo went
after he stopped getting elite quarterbacks.
And he started getting guys like Will Shipley.
Right.
And your team looking like a bunch of Will Shipleys.
Now that defense is always tight.
Defense gonna be great.
Offense, little suspect when you're not getting those greats at the quarterback position.
You're looking like the 2012 Patriots with no Tom Brady.
Yeah, see, because I've seen Kirby in a championship game with a freshman quarterback that was mid.
We don't talk about Kirby. He's beyond the recruiting thing. He's got.
I've seen Kirby with non-explosive wide receivers in a championship game. I've seen it. So if you give him talent, man, what do you think is going to happen? I've seen Nick Saban literally steal a national championship. Like, how in the world did Alabama win this? How are they winning this with 2 freshmen getting the game-winning touchdown in overtime?
Game-winning touchdown, like
how?
Your recruiting is spectacular. You put 2 freshmen game and then trust them to get the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, Brian, I disagree with you. I would please make me John Calipari. Please. I got my championship. I got my money. Please make me the subpar coach with talent. Please. Rather than being the elite coach with mid talent, trying to be the reason why the program is great. Nah. No, sir. Give me the talent any day. Give me the talent any day. Because people always look. When they say the top coaches in college basketball, is Calipari not mentioned? I'm not talking about fans. I'm talking about people in the game. Go ask his players that matriculate to the NBA what they think about him and how he's prepared them for the NBA. They love him.
Love him to death.
Love him.
Yeah.
I love him. Let me be Calipari. I'll be Calipari.
I'll lose to it. What?
All day.
If I'm getting Reed Shepard and Rob Dillingham first round draft picks, and okay, we can lose to Oakland. Man. That's okay, but I know I'm gonna be employed forever.
Yeah, and I'm about to get another check from Arkansas. I'm about to do it all again. I did it in Memphis. Now I'm about to go to Kentucky and do it. Now I'm about to go to Arkansas and do it all over again.
All over again.
Now I'm about to be putting Arkansas kids in the league.
Calipari's the Lincoln Riley of basketball.
Man.
He gonna get them boys in there. Now, are they gonna win anything serious? It don't even matter. His value is getting the players that's gonna get to the league. Remember when he was talking about? He said, He said, "This is what I do." When he was talking about, do we need veteran players? He said, "I'm gonna keep getting these young guys in." Calipari.
Oh heck yeah.
He said, "I'm gonna keep getting these young guys in." I mean, we we just gotta coach them. But I mean, these older players, that's not the way he do things, man.
Now I'm not judging who's the best. I'm judging who would I rather.
Who would I rather be? I'd much rather
be a mid-head coach getting great talent and coaching great talent, or would I rather be, I'm this great X's and O's guys, but I'm trying to coach?
You rather be a Shaka Smart or John Calipari?
No, all the coaches that coached at Wisconsin.
Yes.
Nick Bennett.
Yeah.
All of them great X's and O's guys. Nothing to show for it. Nothing. That
well,
talent.
You got the dude that won a championship, the tall dude that went to the Charlotte Hornets.
Wisconsin
Kaminsky
didn't win a championship.
Yeah, they won. Wisconsin beat Kentucky and
then turned around and lost to Jaleel Okafor and Duke and Grayson Allen in the championship game.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that was
no sir. Chicago was in the house. No sir, Frank. Chicago was in the house.
Wisconsin didn't win that game.
Well, man, first of all, Frank is from Chicago. Let me stop. Frank is from Chicago, so I'm hating on my own city when I say that to Frank Kaminsky.
He was nice though. He was one of them nice
Frank
ones.
the Tank was nice. But it took that team had to be together for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, they were there for a long time. Yeah, they were there for a long time. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, look, if Notre Dame, if you told me today that Notre Dame was hiring, I'm not even gonna say a name because I don't want to be disrespectful. Let's say Coach X, who is like just an average coach on the college football level. But Notre Dame changed their view on the transfer portal and lowered the standards. They were activating all of their budget for NIL, and they were going to give NIL to incoming freshmen and truly go after 5 stars with everything they had. I would take that. I don't need the elite coach. Give me the dudes.
I want the dude. I swear, I want the dudes.
Give me the dudes.
Give me
the dogs.
Even in football, I feel like
once again, I saw Dabo win with dogs. I've seen Dabo without the dogs, littered up and down his roster. You tell me what you think.
Hell, what did Georgia Tech do? Georgia Tech when they got dogs.
Because Dabo struggled without the dogs before they got there. I'll give him credit because he got the dogs there.
Taj Boyd, DeAndre Hopkins.
Then when people didn't listen to me, bro. I tried to tell people. I said the way Dabo handled that situation up there in Minnesota that everybody was in an uproar about when his players were speaking out about it. And he came out so harshly against it. I said, you can't do that, bro.
Can't do that. That was the amount of players on the team that you have that are not with that.
Yes.
You might as well be better off not saying nothing. You standing on the table, you over there trying to pump your chest out about it, acting like you don't go to the team room and see them boys right after. That's where you get the disconnect. And then what did he do after that? He started recruiting different.
I tried to tell cats like you can't, like, all right, he might not feel the effects today.
But you that strong on that opinion is just not gonna work. And this maybe if you was a tennis
Brian Kelly, I guarantee you Brian Kelly probably agreed with some of the stuff that Dabo said, but he was right out there with his players. He was right out there with his players on the stage, like
Brian Kelly faked an accent.
Bro,
Brian Kelly gonna play that game. What? He gonna have a Martin Luther King shirt on.
You have to give him credit. You have to give Dabo credit. He sticks to his guns no matter what.
No, that don't work.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
I respect people that let you know who they are, regardless of whether or not I disagree with them. Like
Coach Kelly is not gonna do that. And I don't know. I think I might like that more. You see, he was walking in the front. He gave a speech. He got the Black Lives Matter shirt on. He with my brothers. I'm with my.
I got Justin. Look, I got Justin said, give me damn near any coach if Notre Dame did all that. I got Justin ND trolls. Like, you darn right. You darn right. They're gonna open up the wallets, change the transfer portal. Man.
If Notre Dame just for football, how about that? Just for football,
yes.
We just bend the lines a little bit for recruiting. Lord Jesus, we would be the best team in college football, hands down. If we just go, and it's funny because when I asked the assistant athletic director the same question, it was like an arrogance that came from it. Like, what, Marcus Freeman? No, we don't play with that. We care about academics first. We hardcore. We're not playing that recruiting game. We're different. I'm like, okay, different.
Man, look, Mike Denbrock, before we switch over to Purdue a little bit, said, "Hey, Notre Dame fans, you're going to be happy on Saturday and moving forward." That's what he said. Love, take a listen.
This is a fragile thing, and it's something that you got to continue to build on. And where you build on it is right out there on those practice fields, and that's what we've got to do a really good job of. We had a really good practice today. I was proud of the way that the players came out and worked. Tomorrow's got to be, better than Tuesday, and that's kind of my charge to them, and has been the charge and the message from me to those guys is, listen, we can't get all the way to where we want to go in 4 days, but we can be better Tuesday than we were Monday. We can be better Wednesday than we were Tuesday. We can be better Thursday than we were Wednesday, and start stacking these days together. And the end result is something that the Irish faithful is going to be happy with.
You're going to be happy.
I mean, that's usually the formula. That's usually the formula to having success if you stack days and you prepare the right way. But it's too much of a drastic message difference than the post-game response. It was too many guys saying practice was not good. Too many guys saying it's a bunch of mistakes we let slide in practice. It's too many guys saying I have to clean up my practice habits. So if it's that bad to have mistake-free stacking day practices after that, it's going to either take some time or we really do make that change. But he's absolutely right. I mean, this is one of those things where, you overstudy, you overstand, you maybe not do anything too unusual, but the attention to detail is even higher. Holding guys accountable is even higher. This is where you get team chemistry and engagement activating. Yeah, it's not all on Riley, but, that O-line can support him more. His receivers can encourage his confidence, stay with him after practice, get some extra time.
They went to his crib over the summer, left. Dude's not even win.
He's messed up.
Bro.
He messed up because he didn't invite Steve.
Look,
he messed up, and Steve was supposed to
X in him. He put a color purple X. Everything you do.
Yeah.
He put the color purple hex on him.
He did.
Steve put the hex on him because he didn't invite him.
Yeah, you thought Steve was cool with that? Steve was not cool with that, man. He's like, what? Y'all taking these pictures where? Oh, okay. I got something for y'all, That's why Steve, I want to get an interview with Steve. What's Steve talking about right now? What's his demeanor in practice? I mean,
oh man.
Oof.
So I guess maybe Steve turned it down because he was back in Jersey and they were like, man, let's slide Deuce in here then.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah, so
so we get to see a benefit from that visit. And heck, it didn't benefit the Deuce situation the way it's looking. So that was almost a wasted trip.
Wasted trip. And it's interesting because with all these,
guess they went down there to work on their perimeter blocking when he runs with the ball.
Or cardio. Maybe they just walked through with these routes without the ball because they definitely wasn't practicing throwing. And what's interesting too is that when you get these collection of transfers in key positions and you start the season bad, where do you pull from on a leadership standpoint in terms of improving? Because The guys that have been there that know how to improve, that's been there the whole time, the Jaden Thomases, the Jordan Grayhouse, the veterans of the team before these transfers. In times of tumultuous issues, are you turning to a Chris Mitchell for leadership? Are you turning to a Bo Collins for leadership, for leading and being the example when Bo Collins wasn't there in the spring, when Riley Leonard just got there? Chris Mitchell's been there. But I think the receivers are very dependent on the action that's given to them. Hell, is Mike Brown, how does he change his habits? He just got there. So there's a lot of moving pieces that just got there. And so how does that chemistry of going through tough times and adversity affect guys that have been there, the Deion Cosleys, the Jaden Thomases, the Steve Angelis, the guys that have spent a lot of time going through ups and downs on this particular team?
Mm-hmm.
Who are they pulling from? Who are they rallying behind? Because the only offensive captains guy just got there. So it's just a tough situation to be in. I would start, what does Mitchell Evans think? What does Eli Raridan think? I mean, these are guys that have been there. So when you talk about improving to get ready for the next game, where is that coming from? Who is that voice on offense? Because it just can't be Dim Brock. Because I know his ass is screaming and yelling.
I think somebody, I forget who it was, like you haven't seen anybody screaming on the sideline. Like you didn't see anybody ticked off on the sideline.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
Leader, like, yo, no one. That was Cap. Back on that squad, Cap was always going up and down the sideline.
All you need is one. You don't need a bunch.
That's it.
And that's what I said. We have a bunch of, which goes back to the X factor. We have a bunch of really good players, but no X factors. No guys that things get hard.
Up front. Secondary has X factors.
But we talked about that. If your secondary are the best players, there's a lot that happens before you get there.
Fact. Northern Illinois proved that.
Yeah.
Illinois proved that.
So the belief, when you hearing it way from the back, i.e. Brandon Josephs is in the other day, back in the day.
That cat X is 10 yards off the ball.
Like
trash y'all.
Yeah, you trash y'all. Okay, we'll get to you. We'll see if you can hold on, but you need the interior to be that mouthpiece, right? You need the interior because you ain't got the interior mouthpiece. All that just chatter. And then the quarterback about to be like, yeah, I hear you. We'll get to you. Let's see if you can tackle this down here. We're going to get through this stuff right here. We're going to see if you get that. So it's that type of effect, right? We don't have that trenches guy. We definitely don't have no trench guy on a D-line or O-line that's going to be – because, O-line is just – they to themselves. They their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not I'm not leaning on them to be the rah-rah because they all huddled, buffaloed up. Defensive line-wise, I don't see – Jordan Patello's not saying nothing. I know that.
No. Going into the game.
Yeah.
Graham Harrell, what do you know of him? You've actually met him personally out in Cali. He has to fight the urge. See, I think the Mockabee kid, who is a bear man, this Purdue running back is tough, isn't it? He's wiry, he's tough, faster and quicker than you think. Long legs, so it doesn't look like he's really moving fast, but he gets the edge on you, breaks tackles. He's very good in the passing game. Once again, Notre Dame has to watch out for the backup running back. Their backup running back is averaging 30 yards a pop on 3 carries, bro. They only played one game against Indiana State. But we said the same thing about Northern Illinois. Heck, they played Western Illinois. Well, look, Hudson Card was 27 for 28. 287 yards and 4 touchdowns. Now, Al Golden said he's extremely fast. I don't remember Hudson Card being extremely fast.
No, he's not.
Not me. I don't remember, but
he's extremely fast. What's extremely fast?
I'm saying Al Golden said the young man was extremely fast.
Lamar Jackson.
Matter of fact, he said he might be the fastest quarterback they face all year.
What is he running?
Hey, man, look, the last time I saw, I watched film. I'm sure he looks real fast against Indiana State.
Fast as we.
He was showing love. I think he said he's the fastest since Caleb.
Oh, well, that's not saying much because Caleb ain't fast. What? Caleb won't run like a 4.7. We don't even care what Caleb is. Caleb.
Hey man. Hey, look. All right, it's personal now. I let you talk about Caleb when he's at SC. That's my quarterback now. Let me put my TO. Let me get my TO on now. That's my quarterback.
That brother looked like he wasn't fast last Sunday. He didn't look fast last Sunday. That boy looked like he was getting a welcome party to the league for sure. But that just showed you this shit is not easy. No. This shit is not.
That's when you go to the next level.
Yes, you play in Tennessee, who ain't worth a damn this year, and that's still tough. Like tough.
I think it had been 15 years since a number 1 overall pick won his first start,
and we had no touchdowns.
Oh yeah, that was all defensive special teams on Sunday.
Had to
all Bears defense.
It is hard work, and you got great players.
And Will Levis being horrible. And Will Levis being horrible. That add that to the equation. Just Will Levis just being absolutely ridiculous. I know Malik Willis is like hands raised in the air, like, well, I'm so glad to be with Matt LaFleur.
Oh my God.
So happy to be with Matt LaFleur.
His brother done flipped it right.
He's going down and dude just.
It's. I mean, that's why I'm like, oh, where they get this? Malik Willis is worse than that,
man. Oh man,
Tennessee don't learn from silly decisions, you know.
Purdue is. Kent said he'll be on in like 30, so I'm gonna have to step away. So at least, either we're gonna come back when I get back, or like Malik is gonna carry this for like 10 minutes. While I make this run.
Kitten, I need to get my notes together for Kitten. I need to go play my receipts back.
We're going double feature tonight. We're going double feature tonight.
The whole
I think I might just put you two on the screen.
Yeah, because I need some answers. This whole fiat thing, oh, that's being brought up. We need to know you were so high on this kid, and I just need to know what happened.
All right, so Maccabee, Graham Harrell, from your relationship with him, I think, Left, that the challenge is going to be for Graham Harrell not to give way to his natural inclination to be who he is as a play caller. He has to learn from Northern Illinois. If Graham Harrell just wants to come out, open up, and let Notre Dame get into their pressures, which is what Al Golden wants to do against that secondary, oh yeah. He's throwing at least 2 interceptions. Plus the Cards throwing 2.
Yeah,
they're
easy.
Gonna be in trouble. They better come out, use the big tight ends they have, and run the ball. That's what they better do. And go play action. That would be the smart thing to do. I don't know if Graham Harrell can be that patient though.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think it is interesting to see just where things can be for the excitement of this matchup. Like, the matchup is exciting because of all things included. You got the challenge of another really good running back. You got the challenge of a quarterback run game that's potentially, not potentially, but better than what we was shown this last week. So there's challenges that exist that are way tougher than the ones that we've already faced. But defensively, I think, we stepped to those challenges. Offensively, I would like to see the offense to bring their side to the table,
So when you get the Ryan Walters book of defense, it is really fast, really good, sticky defensive backs.
Right.
Versatile and physical safeties. Speedy linebackers. And he loves defensive linemen. He can develop defensive linemen. He did it in bunches at Illinois. They have 2 big guys down there this year. Knowing everything, what do you think Mike Denbrock is thinking? Like, you heard what he said yesterday. He knows what he's dealing with. He knows he has to get Riley comfortable, right? Might have to start from the basics to begin the game. How do you think Mike Denbrock is approaching this? Knowing
run the air out the ball.
Okay.
Hell, we shouldn't even let Riley get his jersey dirty. until we up about 20 points. And then we can do some warming him up. Maybe throwing to keep honest. I would use Riley as a decoy. Throw to be honest, run to win the game. Throw a slant just to be like, we can do that. But we running the ball. And I think we are accustomed. We already got it built in for our running backs to get 20 carries apiece. And we rock out and make them play defense. Make them tackle. Make them stop us so we don't stop ourselves. Too many negative plays we had last week due to the fact that we were trying to go to a player that's not our best player. You make Purdue respect the run game. Because NIU made it that way. They said, listen, we're going to give you the pass. We're not giving you the run. And we're going to force Riley to beat us. Well, luckily, at Notre Dame, we got better players. We should have better players. So let that be Purdue's challenge to stop the run. Don't let it – because remember, Denbrock's philosophy is running efficiently. Can't do that with this team. Not right now. You got to run inefficiently. You got to run on a volume scale. The positive thing is that's a good thing for us. We got backs that can get it that many times and be productive. Hell, they won the first game doing it. So if that's the game plan, it's the safest thing to do, but it fits into the 2012 through 2018 game plan until Riley can show different. I just think Riley's at a disadvantage if we keep putting him out there and asking him to do things he's not comfortable with or asking him to do things that he's not good with right now.
Isn't that Denbrock's job to find the things that he's comfortable with, though, Left?
Yeah, in the spring.
Not during the season.
Hell no. So that's why he should have been a package quarterback. Should have been a package quarterback. It would have been solved all the problems. But because we didn't do that, now Denbrock is in a position where he has to search for things that he's comfortable with in game.
He was searching in the second half, to be honest.
Searching like a mug. We doing all type of different things. It wasn't organized. It didn't have no continuity. Because we were just hoping that we can get something that he can mark down to come back to later. That's a tough position to be in as offense coordinator, considering that's not even the game plan you went into the game with. You didn't go into the game thinking, how can I try things out? The game plan was what you saw early until when? Start getting banged up. Start getting up slow. Start holding his arm and his ankle and his all. So, but the game plan initially, it looked good.
Yeah.
Run the hell out of Riley. But I would say run the hell out of Jeremiah Love. Run the hell out of Jadarian Price. Throw a little Riley in there.
Show Jeremiah some love this week.
Show him some love, man.
Show him some love.
You can throw him a swing. Hell.
Yeah. Lucky Lefty podcast. So that's the initial view. Of course, we'll break down the game further on our Friday show. Give our predictions, give our thumbs up, thumbs down. We haven't been good at thumbs up, thumbs down this year, Left.
Where are we missing it?
I think we're like 1 for 6. Thumbs up, thumbs down, bro.
Oh, but this, yeah, we should be pretty low considering, the expectations not being met by what we thought. Shit, we thought this would not be the team that we're talking about now.
Yeah. Yeah. Left. Have you ever, let me see, how can I explain this, Left? Have you ever had someone come into your house, eat your food, go in your refrigerator, get a beer to go, and then when they're leaving the crib,
sit at the head of the table?
No, this is when they're leaving.
With your comfy house shoes on, with your robe, with your name on the, how they had the name embroidered on the robe. He got your name with the robe on it. Pat your wife on the butt on the way out.
And, just on the way out, pat your wife on the butt. And then when you open the door. He walks out, turns around, and says, "Hey, if you need to know how to please your woman,
I'll come back.
I'll come back and show you because I could tell she ain't. I can help you out with that."
Because Marcus Freeman's a great host, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, everything we get from Marcus Freeman, he's so good to the opposing team, and he's so welcoming and so comfortable to be around, and a great host.
Yeah,
He's
a
great party host.
I've never had that happen. Hopefully, no one in the chat has had that happen, but I guess something like that happened this weekend, and in the
something like that had to take it.
Like that. I mean,
Marcus Freeman's taking a lot of heat, and I would imagine you two guys know each other. You're probably
I don't know him, but I
older
met
than
him
Marcus.
Saturday, and he was an unbelievable person. And so the way he treated me as the head coach of Notre Dame, and he embraced me as a fellow peer, spoke volumes about him as a man and a person. And so I reached out to him after the game and told him, hey, anything that you need from us to help you, things that we saw in the game, I'll be more than willing to help you. I want to see you be successful and lead that program to great heights.
Man, that's great that you reached out in that regard. That's true sportsmanship and looking out for him. Where I was going with that question, last thing, what would you say to the Notre Dame fans that are just irate? How dare Northern Illinois come in here and beat us? Marcus Freeman must be fired. What would you say to those Notre Dame fans about, why it's not a horrible look that you lost to Northern Illinois?
I would say, they got a great leader in charge. I've watched his press conferences. I've studied him. He's been a tremendous coach his whole career. He's been a tremendous player. He's obviously extremely intelligent. And so he's a leader of men. And I think just because a game doesn't go your way doesn't mean he's not the right fit. I think he's going to do great things at Notre Dame. I'm anxious to watch him grow and develop. And, hopefully he can win in that.
Yeah, you cut it off. First of all, he explained that he's a gracious loser. He said Marcus Freeman's a gracious loser. We come in, do what we want. He's going to take care of us. And then he told you, I hit him after the game. Not the days after. I hit him right after. I didn't even get on the plane to leave yet. Matter of fact, I'm sorry. I didn't get on a bus to leave yet. And I hit him up as I'm leaving the stadium. Hey, bro, if you need anything. Hey, little bro, I had to show you some things. If you want to know how to, I got you. I think this is the most shameful thing in the world because he felt comfortable enough to take these interviews on a Wednesday. Like, what are we doing? You not focused on your next game? You just so ready to be in depth about what Marcus Freeman got going on. But that's what happens when you lose. The brother told you, he said, if he ever needed some tips and some tricks of the trade, if he needs to know how to coach, I got you, little bro. I got you. But you a gracious dude, man. You a host. Great player, intelligent. This is shameful because Marcus Freeman probably answered that text. Probably said, thanks, bro. Thanks, big bro. I hope not. But oh my goodness. Yeah, look. Well, Lilo Galante, they probably met at the line. Please, Lord Jesus. They probably met for drinks after the game, huh? Rounds on Freeman.
Oh my God, Lilo Galante said, rumor has it they met at the line for a couple of brews.
Yeah, rounds on Freeman. He probably bought the beers. He probably, bought the hotel. They probably stayed an extra night at the party. Yeah, they was like, this is the greatest program win. We can't go back yet. Let's go hang around the city a little bit. Marcus Freeman tab. They go around it. We go Marcus Freeman tab. I have never heard of a coach after a loss go on interviews and talk about, I had to pump him up. Had to beat him down to pump him up.
So first of all, look, we're having fun with this, dude, because it just landed in our laps. Like, if you can't have fun with this, I don't know whether this just lands in your lap. This is a setup. This is like, oh man,
setup.
This is a ooh, right? Like we understand. Look, I know personally, I know Coach Hammond. Left, I told you I've had multiple opportunities to work with him, speak with him, setting up the college tailgate show. Great guy. How many times have I told you, like, dude, this dude is funny. He's a good dude. You would love him. You met with him when you called the Northern Illinois game last year. We know he's a good dude. And we know he doesn't mean any harm when he's saying what he's saying. It's still funny.
It's just funny.
And whether you know it or not, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Now we can laugh.
I know it's not a good look.
No,
it's not a good look.
This is not a good look, bro.
But Thomas knows what he's saying. I don't think he just in there he kind of embellishing a little bit.
This is not a good look. I can't wait to be on the teleconference tomorrow, boy, because you know somebody.
They have to.
Somebody's going to.
He wouldn't have good journalists if we don't ask him about
that.
Because we need to know, Marcus Freeman, what is your makeup to the perception outside of this building? Because right now you just seem like the ultimate host. The ultimate host for guys getting paydays, teams that break records, guys that come in and feel comfortable. You just so buddy with the opposition all the time. I mean, that's why Thomas Hammock probably was like, man, I didn't have no threat in there. I thought I was playing at home away from home. To the point, it should never be to the point where other teams' head coaches are trying to be your friend after the game.
Yo, I don't mind the sportsmanship, bro.
Right? This is beyond sportsmanship. Man, this particular situation.
Real talk. Let me just forget the names, forget the race, forget the creed, forget the color. Eliminate all of that. The head coach at Northern Illinois called the head coach at Notre Dame to give him tips. On how to make his team better. Just let that sit.
Let that sit.
Erase the names, erase the faces, race, all of that. The head coach at Northern Illinois University
felt compelled to hit him up right after the game. Right after the game.
Not the offseason.
No, he didn't even wait. He driving back thinking of the game. Like, me, this bro, Marcus Freeman up.
Can I tell you what y'all? You know y'all messed up, right?
How did he get his number if he said he never met the dude before? When did they exchange numbers? He opened the conversation saying, "I have never met him, but when I went up there, he was great to me."
Oh, great host. He let me walk in. He fed me. He let me go in the fridge. He let me tap his wife on the. What's up, girl?
What's up, girl? You looking good.
Up, girl? You looking good. Then I told him on the way out, man, if you need any help with that, man, just let me know. I can tell you how to do that. I can tell you how to handle that. Because it's obvious you ain't handling that, dog.
Well, obviously, she's gonna let me handle it.
She's a little uptight. Bro, it's crazy. Yo, I'm sorry, which I promise you we're just having fun. I promise you we're just having fun.
And I love the brotherhood and all of that. But Marcus Freeman, you can't get little bro by the brother. You supposed to be helping NIU, Marcus Freeman. That's why we making a joke.
Marcus Freeman's supposed to be kidding up Thomas Hammock.
You supposed to be dropping jewels.
Hey, dog. Hey, one day,
you can get up to this level, Thomas Hammock. Yes. I know you aspiring to get up to this level in echelon 5 in the country. I know you want to be there. You letting the guy that's unranked drop jewels on you.
It reminds me of season 3 of The Sopranos when that cat Tony was getting screamed on by everybody. And he asked Seal about it. That cat Seal was like, "Hey, I'm telling you, you might be wrong. You might have to look at this. What are you talking about? Hey, don't scream at me. I'm just telling you how you're perceived. I'm just telling you how you're being perceived. Like, yo, hey, bro, I'm not saying what he did was wrong, but I'm just telling you how you're being perceived out
How
here.
you being perceived? That's all.
I'm just telling you how you're being perceived out here in these streets, bro. It's not going over well. Lucky.
I just can't understand that. Marcus Freeman.
Hey, man, we'll be back. Give us about an hour. We'll be back with Three's Company with Kent Gibbs. It's pretty much going to be Left and Kent Gibbs because I'm going to sit back like you guys and watch.
He's on trial. He's got to answer a lot of questions, Kent Gibbs.
Lucky.
You set our fans. Hold on, wait. You set we got to preface this. You set our fans up.
Yes.
Kent Gibbs.
Yes.
You got to be arguing with my fans about what you was trying to put on us about what this mystique is. This Riley Leonard Duke mystique. Like, oh no, you got to answer for that. You got to apologize to these fans that you done hyped up. And now their feelings is hurt because they saying Ken Gibbs told us. Ken Gibbs told us this was the truth. Come on, man.
I love to say, bro, y'all in the locker room was probably bullies. I was cracking jokes all the time.
Cracking jokes all the time.
All the time.
Good or bad, and no matter when the timing was, it wasn't no bad moment for no joke. That's what it was. It wasn't no bad moment for no joke. And the thing is, bring bullying back. Maybe we need some of that. Maybe we need some of that bullying in the locker room back because we need to get some edge. We have no edge.
Man, look.
We look more lost losing.
I don't care. You cannot. There's no way to twist our comments tonight, bro.
Ain't no way.
We're having fun, bro. It's called anecdotal radio / podcasting, bro. That's all it is, bro. It's funny to us. That's it. It's flat out funny that it even happened. It was really sweet on the part of Thomas Hammond, but man, that's some crazy stuff, bro. We'll be right back, guys. Have a great evening. If you want to tap back in with us, I'll make sure you guys get the link. Follow us at Lucky Lefty Pod. Subscribe, Lucky Lefty Podcast. Patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network. You need to go over there right now for great content, Lucky Legends, and also the players only. The video will be posted probably. The audio was yesterday. Video goes up probably in 30 minutes. For Left SD2 Mics, we'll be right back. Have a great evening and continue to spin it different.